Walking up and down these hills in search of water is a daily task for these Ethiopian women. Although she is 8 months pregnant, Liku Alemu has to make a 2-hour journey to fetch water for her household. Although the pond is small and muddy, fights for water often break out. Liku knows she must get to the pond early to get what she can.
I go to fetch water together with my mother-in-law. She's old and I'm pregnant. If I let her go to fetch water alone, she won't get it because there is high competition at the pond. In my condition, I cannot carry the water jerrycans, so we go together to help each other.
It is the same story further south. These women have to stick together. Crossing these fields alone is dangerous, and attacks are known to have happened here in the past. They get their water from a river which they say is heavily polluted. In Africa, it is the women and girls who bear the burden of fetching water. As a result, they miss out on opportunities for education and on production activities.
We have many problems with water. In the rainy season, it's even worse. People and cattle make the water dirty upstream. The distance is far, as you can see. I come to fetch water carrying my child. We have no option but to use this water.
Access to water isn't a problem unique to Ethiopia. In remote parts of Senegal, some village health huts are unable to operate for lack of water. This reflects a lack of integrated planning. Gome Sao and her grandson are not getting the help they need.
It is due to lack of water that the health hut is not operating. We need help. You see, it's closed. It's closed. When we have a pregnant woman, she cannot deliver her baby here. The facilities are available, but there is no water.
At Ngome's home in a nearby village, her family is hungry. There's no lunch today. Not because of a lack of food, but because there is no water to do the cooking.
This is where we keep our water. There is no water. I sent my granddaughter to Gande village early in the morning and she's not yet back.
Eventually, her granddaughter reappears. The donkey-drawn cart is a welcome sight. It means she has found water. The relief is plain to see. For many children here, school is a distant memory. 11-year-old Threndo had to drop out to help her family collect water. This is what she knows now. She has no time to imagine what life could have been like if she had been able to continue her education. In some parts of Africa, 2 girls out of 3 do not go to school. Instead, they go and fetch water. But for some Senegalese villages, help is at hand. Safe drinking water has come to their doorsteps. Aminata Wad still can't believe the change in her life. Just a few months ago, hours of her day were taken up in endless trips to fetch water from the well. Now, with water nearby, she has time to sell her produce in the market.
The availability of this water is very useful for us because we can use that water to wash our clothes, our dishes, cook and clean ourselves. Before, we used to have problems in doing all that, but now we even have time to earn an income.
This is not the only access to water for many people. In Burkina Faso, shallow wells have been dug close to the villages where women can access clean water to do their cleaning and other domestic work. Cattle herders too are benefiting from clean and easy access to water. At the village of Gande, thousands of cattle can drink from water pumped from the borehole. Amadul's herd has doubled since water was made available. He says his living conditions have improved thanks to milk and meat revenues.
Before there was a well here, there was a time when we used to spend 2 nights without water, our cows were losing weight and many died of thirst. Now you can see our cows are healthy.
The provision of water in rural towns has not only enabled access to clean drinking water, but has also created livelihoods for water vendors and given a boost to struggling rural business that depend on water for their servicing. In Africa, open defecation is a common practice which causes many health problems. For instance, at Anjosorobi School in Madagascar, about 1,000 pupils share one toilet. The teacher's toilet was blown away during a cyclone and has not been repaired.
This toilet is dirty because we don't have water. We need water to come to the school, and we also need more toilets.
To improve hygiene and sanitation levels in schools and villages, there is need to build ecological sanitation toilets that are user-friendly and reduce the health risks related to sanitation and human waste. Water is essential for agriculture, an activity critical for food security. Yet in drought-afflicted areas like the Sahel region in Burkina Faso, farmers struggle to irrigate their farms in the scorching heat. These farmers have come together to produce as many vegetables as they can. But despite pooling their resources, their biggest challenge is yet to come. The dam they get their water from is drying up.
Water is a serious problem for us. Since the dam was created, there is no maintenance, and when it rains, there is a lot of silt accumulation in the dam. So the volume of water is decreasing, which affects our farms. We don't have the manpower to repair it.
With recurrent and extreme changes in climate, advanced planning is imperative to help people sustain their way of life and livelihoods. In Africa, there is need to realize that building water storage infrastructure is key to adapting to climate change and to availing the water needed for basic and essential human activities. In the village of Amboa Nonoka in Madagascar, water is readily available but is not safe for drinking. Instead, people have to walk for nearly an hour to fetch drinking water from a spring up a hill. Razaka Swavina farms over 100 acres of land growing rice, but he says the harvest this year will be smaller than in previous years. That is because the dam broke and has not been repaired.
The dam levers over there don't work correctly. We have tried to repair the dam just to make the water come up.
Developing Africa's huge yet untapped hydropower and irrigation potential is crucial for assuring Africa's energy and food security. In some parts of Africa, water scarcity is not the main issue. More often, it is the lack of proper and effective management of water resources. There are over 80 rivers as well as lakes of transboundary watersheds. These include 38 underground aquifer basins shared by more than one country. These are immense resources waiting to be tapped into. But weather patterns are no longer predictable as a result of climate change, and both water and food security is even more challenged.
In regard to integrated water resource management, we focus on access to drinking water and food security. In this respect, we need to keep in mind climate change. So we need to work together with the environmental sector to preserve the natural resources in general and to find technologies suitable to climate change like water harvesting, underground water tanks, new dams, and so on.
How can we accelerate the development of the water sector, strengthen water security, and enable access to water and sanitation services in Africa? The African Development Bank, with the support of African governments and development partners, has put forward 2 complementary initiatives designed to drive change in the water sector in Africa. The Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Initiative was launched in 2003 as a response to the MDGs. Its objective is to facilitate the flow of available and potential resources to increase investment in water supply and sanitation in rural Africa in a sustainable way by 2025. Today, 31 programs are running in 23 countries. 33 million people have access to water and 21 million to sanitation. Meanwhile, the African Water Facility is an initiative of the African Ministers' Council on Water designed to champion water security through improved water resource management in Africa. The facility focuses on channeling much-needed investment into the sector by investing in the preparation of bankable projects to leverage investment. This means that for $1 invested, the facility attracts 20 more. Water is at the center of economic development, health, food and energy security. But most importantly, water is essential for life. With the help of all partners and the participation of communities, we can transform the lives of millions of people and guarantee water to future generations.
Clean water means a healthy life for us.
Allô l'Afrique, allô le Burkina.
Together we can change it.